I will be recording this session, so if you don't want to be recorded or you don't want your voice heard, please turn off your video and mute your mic. You shouldn't be either way, but anyways, let's just go ahead and get this started. Thank you for joining me today. So today I'll be talking about Bitcoin sentiment analysis via Twitter, and let's go ahead and get this started. So as far as I just want to establish what Bitcoin is, just in case anyone doesn't know what it is. It's essentially just a digital currency, and currently it stands around a $300 billion market cap. And then it can actually purchase in a lot of popular exchanges such as Gemini and Coinbase, but it can actually recently be purchased on PayPal as well, and then Cash App, which is owned by Square, Robinhood, and Gemini. And the biggest thing is there a correlation between the sentiment and the price? So that's what we'll be investigating today. So as far as what we're looking at here, so I just kind of want to set the landscape for the audience. This is the price of Bitcoin over the past year. So we're looking at beginning of January to around end of this year, so it's really November. So as you can see to the left over here, you have a higher positive sentiment or a higher price. Typically, again, this is more speculative, and then we'll see how it goes throughout this presentation as far as what my study said. And then when the price dipped, you should have a lower positive sentiment. It doesn't necessarily need to be negative, but it should be lower than previously. And then finally, we finish off with a higher positive sentiment because now Bitcoin is just on the rise, and it's actually above 16,000 now. All right, so as far as what I utilize, I want to look at tweets. So I just scrape tweets from around the March time period where you saw the dip, and then I scrape tweets from the November time period where you saw the rise. Okay, so as far as my process goes, so I gather tweets from March and end October 2020. I pre-processed them, so I removed the hashtags and emojis, and then I vectorized it, and then I focused on topic modeling because I want to see, okay, what are the things that people are talking about? And then finally, I did a sentiment analysis because that's really what we want to get to as far as, okay, the price dips, does the sentiment of the coin dip? All right, so for the first one, so now here we're focusing on November, or end of October, 2020, specifically October 31st. So these are some of the topics that I want to share with you guys. So this is the most popular one, buy and sell, so buy, sell, low, cap, etc. And then you had the coins, and then you had a giveaway topic. Typically when sentiment is high, people tend to get extremely excited and then talk about, hey, there's amazing rewards, please buy Bitcoin. It's typically a scam. Please don't fall for that. And then finally, Bitcoin white paper. This is huge because back in 2008, Satoshi Nakamoto, or the pseudonym that we still don't know who that is, or could be a group of people, he released the Bitcoin white paper on October 31st, 2008. All right, so these are some of the tweets that were actually related to the topic modeling. So as you can see, giveaway here, if you just read that really quickly, click on below link to participate in this amazing airdrop. Rewards, value 2,500, only for top 10 referrals. Yeah, don't listen to that, please. But anyways, you can see that these are some of the tweets. This is Bitcoin white paper. So this is saying marking the 10-year anniversary of the publication of Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper. And so now we're just going to jump into how does this correlate with the price. So as you can see, there's a higher positive sentiment here, higher price, and then these are the topics that we talked about. All right, that's fair. This seems to work. But now let's focus on March. And let's look at the topics there. So March, where we have that little dip onto the left side, you had, it literally said sell Bitcoin because the price dipped, essentially. So that is kind of giving you, it matches up with that. And then it started talking about the future price, what will it go to? And then finally, just the different coins. MXN is actually Mexican peso, which I found out the other day. So that's a digital coin as well, and that's the mark, I believe. But I'm not just talking about the Mexican pesos. Sorry. Anyways, continuing on. So then we had the dip here, lower positive sentiment, and then these are the topics, so it matches up. And now finally, kind of to cement it, so in March, we had an average positive sentiment of around 0.25, and this is using text blob subjectivity, so it shows the negativity and the positivity. So this is a 0.25 positivity in March, and then in October, end of October, we had 0.4. So it does match up. So as the price dips, the price rises, the sentiment does match up with that and is correlated. Okay, so I want to show you guys my app real quick. So as you can see, sentiment score is above 0.05, and long-term investors hold, and then there's a chart as well, and there's also articles up there as well. And so that was just a quick glance at my video. And then key takeaways here: sentiment and price it does impact the price, and they are correlated. And then there's a high positive or low negative sentiment can potentially lead to a price swing. And major news impacts price. For example, in October 20th of 2020 this year, PayPal said that they were going to accept and let you sell Bitcoin. And that is it. Any questions?